Today's topic are the top 3 things you can do besides get married and have kids. The top 3 things you can do with your life besides get married and have kids. So before I get started, because I know we have some sensitive Nancys sometime on the social. So here's the deal. It's not a competition, whether you have kids or you're married or don't. It's not a competition, okay? And it is not to say if you are married or have kids that you can't do the following that we are about to discuss. It's not that. But we can all agree that if you are married and have kids, it is kind of harder to maneuver through life the way you want to, because you gotta, link up other schedules. Maybe you gotta breastfeed, you got diapers to change, all of that. So again, this is not to bash anybody who is already married, who has already had a kid, whatever the situation may be for you. But if you've been following me for a while, that I have a heart to encourage women who do not have kids and who are not married, okay? Because that seems to be what society tells us that women have to do, simply because you're a woman and you have a reproductive system. Why are you not married and why don't you have kids? So being the woman that I am at 35, okay, I don't look 35, do I? know you like, what? I thought you was like 12, Rika. I know, black don't crack, you know what I'm saying? I drink water and mind my business. But being 35 and making it to this age without kids and have never been married, it's been interesting. The comments that I get and the things that people say to me, and it's never my peers. Let me just say this. Shout out to my peers and people that are younger than me, because it's never us, right? It's never us. It is when I go to y'all's baby showers and kids parties, which is honestly why I don't go anymore, not that much, unless you're literally a family member. But because your aunties and your little grandmamas and them love to be like, oh, so you don't have kids, huh? And then they love to pity you, like I should be drowning in a pool of ice cream and tears because it's looking like I'm not gonna make it because these eggs is about to get sewn up, So anyway, I am here to encourage my girls who think they are missing out on something, that they didn't reach the goal, that they are unworthy and less than because they are not married, nor do they have kids. So here we go. So the top 3 things that you can do with your life besides get married and have kids. And again, I do this to encourage you, girl, to let you know that there is more to life than just that, okay? So one of the things that you can do is actually figure out who you are and follow your dreams. I know a few people who have had to shelve what they felt like life was calling them to do because they had a baby. And I can say this because he told you this on air over a year ago, but Fabian, if you listen to my radio show, you know that Fabian used to be my co-host. And he got married and they had a beautiful baby girl, Emilia, my little niecey poo. But he had to quit radio because he had to go find a job and chase the money so he could provide for his family instead of chasing this dream that he's had since high school. So there are things that you are going to have to give up, at the very least shelve and put on hold for a while once you get married, and especially once you have kids, because it's no longer you. Okay. So I actually just woke up from a nap. I took Champ, my dog. I'm a dog mom. Shout out to my pit bull lovers, knowing that they are not evil dogs. No dog is born evil except for Chihuahuas. Now, anyway, took my dog Champ for a walk, and I was like really tired. I get up at 4 o'clock, right? Especially this morning because I had to do this wig of mine, So I was like, I'm about to just lay here for like 5 minutes after the walk, right? So this is me on my bed, just because I was about to read my book. I was like, just 5 minutes. I just need to. I must have fell asleep, let me tell you. And then like over an hour and a half later, I woke up like, oh, shoot, is it 6? I got to do a live. What's happening? Luckily, I have a 5:30 alarm to remind me about my live on Tuesdays. So thank God I would have woke up anyway. So yeah, so I would not have been able to do that if I would have come home to toddlers, right? Like that's what I hear all the time from moms just saying that naps don't exist. What is a nap? What is time? I literally did a topic on my show and I put it on Facebook. I read a survey that said adults on average only get 42 minutes or 24 minutes? 42 minutes of free time to themselves, like time to themselves. And every mom was like, what is this free time that you speak of? What is that? So just remember that goes away. So when you are having your moments going, well, I don't have kids, so I am less than because I am a woman and that's what I'm supposed to do is I'm just here to have kids and I don't have any yet and I'm feeling unworthy and less than. Think about all the things that you get to do that if you were a mom, you wouldn't get to do. I'm not naive to think that being a mom is an easy peasy job. That mess is hard. I can't believe my mom had 3 of those little rugrats, okay? It's hard. At least that's what I keep hearing from moms. So a way to combat those thoughts, those negative thoughts, oh, I'm less than, I'm unworthy because I don't have kids, is to go, you know what? I don't have kids yet, and it may not be a thing for my life, but that's okay because I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this. Think of the positive things that you get to do, okay? You get to follow your dreams. So that was pretty much I should have went 3 to 1 because follow your dreams was the number 1. So now I guess I'm going 1 to 3. So you get to follow your dreams, okay? That's the number 1 thing you get to do. You don't have to shelve anything. So think about your life right now. If you are sitting there going, I don't have any kids and I'm not married and I'm alone and I'm sad and you're having these negative thoughts and these limiting beliefs that are not true, by the way. Think about what you want to do with your life and start creating that. Do you want to learn another language? Do that. Master yourself first. Your life is over here messy and you in debt and you struggling, but you want to bring babies into that? Why? Number 2, travel. Travel. Oh, my favorite T word. I don't even know if I have another T word that I like. Tea? No. What is another T word? Tipsy? No. Because when I drink, I throw up the next day. I'm a lightweight. I don't believe I have a better T word. Travel, baby. Listen, especially if you live here in the Tri-Cities, traveling is the most important thing besides education. Traveling is one of the most important things that you can do for your life. It expands your horizon. It expands your mindset. You are a more well-rounded person when you travel, okay? And you can do more traveling because you can afford it more if you don't have to take care of anybody. Listen, I'm very happy that Mystery Lance broke up with me because let me tell you, honey, and if you haven't read that blog, you need to go over to justmerika.com after the live, of course, don't leave me now, and go read Single. And long story short, he broke up with me because I had it 2 together. Look at me over here having it together and shit. Okay. And he broke up with me. But anyway, I'm glad he did because baby boy was 6 figures in debt. And the amount of time I would have had to sit here pretty much waiting for him to climb out of debt to get back to my traveling. Because yeah, I guess we weren't married yet, so I could have still traveled, but it would have been a little weird if I was going on like 30 trips and he wasn't there. Like that, it just would have got weird, right? Okay, I know that I still could have, but who wants to do that if you're trying to build a relationship? We would have had to wait a good 2 years because trust and believe, if I would have been with him, he would have got that together. We ain't about to be $200,000 in debt. Not with me, not. Absolutely not. Hilarious. Nope. I've never seen that much debt in my life. What are you talking? My house, it was $97,000. How you mowing debt that my house cost? That don't make no sense. Okay. Number 3, money. Think about how much money that you can actually, so, okay, first think of this. Okay. How much debt do you have right now and you don't have kids? Maybe you should be trying to get out of debt first before you even think about being somebody's mama. Do you want to be the mom that says you can't have that because we can't afford it, or I can't send you to college because we can't afford it? These are things that people just don't think about, and you don't think about because you're so, oh my God, I have to have kids because everybody else is having kids. I have to have kids because everybody else is having kids, and I have to get married because everybody else is getting married. And then you have a $50,000 marriage or wedding, and then you go into your relationship in debt. And the number one reason for divorce is money. And honestly, it's really communication about money, because people don't like talking about money, which I think is funny, because when I started talking about my money with Mystery Lance, that's when he was, bing, gotta go. Because he knew his integrity with money wasn't right, and he couldn't be with me if his money was funny. Oh, I should be a rapper. Just saying. Cardi B can do it, I can do it, okay? So those are the top 3 things that you can do with your life besides get married and have kids. And I will even add this, and I guess it goes in the follow your dream situation, is like you can learn something new, because there is no, when you're single and don't have kids, you have all the time in the world. Your time is not allotted to anybody. So do you want to learn about finances even better? Do you want to learn a new language? What do you want to do with your life? This is the time that you can create whatever it is you want to do. When they say that you can be whatever it is you want to be, the time to do that is before you get married and have kids. Because yeah, you can do it after you get married and have kids, but that's when real excuses start coming in. You forget about it. You put it on the back burner because now you got to feed little Ray Ray and Bobo. Please don't name your kids Ray Ray and Bobo. Please don't. Okay. So I'm just saying, and I get it. Listen, people who are single like me, and this is going to be a blog here pretty soon, probably next week, we don't get celebrated. So I get it. I get that. I get I understand the reason why we covet people who are getting married and having kids. But I wish that we could just go, wow, I'm coveting that right now. Covet means be jealous and want what they want, okay? And thou shalt not covet, that's definitely a commandment, just if you're a Christian, I don't know. But I understand it because we see them getting celebrated so much, okay? They get the baby showers and they get the wedding showers. And when you're single and just doing it, nobody cares. Nobody gives you a party. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a party. So for my birthday, I usually go on trips, but we all know 2019 is get out of debt. So I'm not going to be doing a birthday trip this year. Y'all pray for me on June 29th, because I'm going to be sad, because I'm going to be like, I'm in Tri-Cities on my birthday, my life. But come 2020, when I'm debt free, that sacrifice is gonna pay off. So anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I get it. Those people get celebrated. We do not. You're gonna have to figure out a way to celebrate yourself. You're just gonna have to do it and surround yourself with friends who will celebrate you and the accomplishments that you have. My girl Lori, my boy Tony, they check up on me. Girl, this week you said you wanted to do this. Are you doing this? Good job, girl. My parents celebrate me. Yes. You know, but when I bought a house, nobody threw me a housewarming party. And I remember one of my cousins was like, well, why don't you just throw one and invite us? Well, when you get your baby showers and your wedding showers, you don't have to plan that. People plan it for you. So no, I didn't want to do that. So guess what? I just went on a trip. Like I shouldn't have to plan something for you to celebrate my accomplishments just because it's not a baby or a wedding. The last celebration I got is when I graduated from Howard University in May 06 when I walked, and that was it. So being single and having no kids, yeah, you know, it's like, okay, well, y'all don't really, y'all celebrate other things and not that, which is crazy. And so I get why girls at like 16 and 18 covet that, and they want that because they want the celebrations. But you really got to figure out what it is that you want for your life and literally write it out. I have done that, and my goals that I want by the time I'm 40, and I'm sitting here conquering them. And it really takes away from me sitting here thinking about, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. Honestly, the more I am alone and the more that I am conquering goals, the more I realize that I'm better off without a man, because that is when I actually get to focus on me and get to the goals that I want, because I'm actually a little late in my life plan, because I did stop a couple of times to be with stupid guys that I had to drag along. So I might just write it out and be single and no kids for the rest of my life. If that is God's will in my life, I accept whatever. So I hope that you can come to that conclusion that, you know what, I'm just going to live my life and I'm not going to sit here and get into dysfunctional relationships just because I want to be in a relationship. There are many things that you can do with your life besides get married and have kids. So if you are not, focus on your dreams. How can you better your life right now? Travel and start saving that money so you don't have to be like the average American and live paycheck to paycheck. Get it together.